on three. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Grand Star Sports Network. Lenore delivers his first pitch, and we are underway. It's ball one. As we welcome you here to the Grand Star Sports Network, we're a little early getting started today. It is 4:20 at first pitch, scheduled for a 4:30 start, but trying to beat the rain that is in the area this afternoon. Kevin Hensley with you here on GrahamStarSports.com for Robbinsville and Andrews baseball coming your way this afternoon. It is Tuesday in Graham County. For our telecast. To second's going to be off the mark, and to third. So a hit by pitch is proving costly here in the top of the first. Game snuck up and started on us a little earlier than it was supposed to, so we apologize for the abrupt start. We were scheduled for a 4:30 first pitch. We started exactly 10 minutes early here in Graham County. Just to remind you guys that are just now joining us here on the Graham Star Sports Network. On the hill today for Robbinsville is senior Gray Lenore, and he just recorded his first strikeout. So a hit batter and a K for Gray Lenore, who has been a wonderful surprise this year, making the most of his senior campaign for the Black Knights. One out and a runner on third. Get everything up and running as quickly as we can. Swing and a miss to plate. It goes to no balls, 2 strikes. And he got a piece of that one, fouls it off, and stays alive, no balls and 2 strikes. Robbinsville comes into this one with an overall mark this year of 5 wins and 2 losses. They are 3-1 in the Smoky Mountain Conference. The Andrews Wildcats from right next door in Cherokee County carry a 1-6 mark into today's game, 1-4 in the division. There is one game they not reported a final score on, but it was a non-divisional matchup at Towns County. Only win this year came against Hiawassee Dam. That was a 3-2 victory for the Wildcats on March the 19th. That one misses low and away, and that is ball 2, I beg your pardon, in this lengthy at bat. Misses inside. Goes from an 0-2 lead to a 3-2 deficit. Low, he lost him. Ball 4. And that is going to hurt. We're going to shake that one off, though. Runners are at the corners. And the Wildcats are getting some gifts here in the top of the first. Pitch will miss. It may be a double steal, and it is. Ball trickles away from the mound. Runs, scores on the error, and that'll make it 1-0. As try as we may, we have yet to figure out a way to completely defeat Mother Nature. We'll try to power through. Swing and a miss at the dish. Still only 1 out. Runner at second. Big cut at the plate. Oh, and 2-2, excuse me. 1 out here in the top of the first. Just about got our bearings about us here on the Gramstar Sports Network. We're glad you've joined us. Best seat in the house right here in Robbinsville. That's 2 outs. 2 strikeouts for Gray Lenore. Only 2 outs so far today, as a matter of fact. And that one will be fouled into the parking lot. Oh, my. Counts 0-1. Or checks the runner. Fires a pitch right down Black Knight Way. That makes it 0-2. And strike 3 called. He strikes out the side, but a run does come home on a little mishmash in the infield. We'll go to the bottom half of the inning, 1-0 in favor of the visitors. The Andrews Wildcats. Robbinsville is coming up. Bottom of the first is upon us here in Robbinsville. Senior and, of course, starting hurler today for Robbinsville. Gray Lenore will lead off to begin things for the Black Knights offense. It's a 1-0 deficit here in the top of the first, but of course plenty of time if you're Robbinsville to right the ship here in the early going. And first pitch he sees will miss. 1-0 the count. And that one almost took his head off. Yikes. 2-0. Duo pitch, fourth coming. Upstairs, ball 3. A little bit of control issues here in the early going. Including us getting our broadcast started on time. Once again, we apologize for that. And that one out the plate. Wow, 3 balls, 1 strike. And Orr draws the 5-pitch walk. Good start for Robbinsville here in the bottom of the first. And shortstop Bryce Garrison will look to continue the fun here on the Gramstar Sports Network. It pops. Pitch misses, though. And the count is 1-0. Garrison off to the races. And he is there in plenty of time. Throw is off the line. I'd say Bryce Garrison is a legitimate threat this year to break the single season record for steals for the Black Knights. That is currently held, by the way, by Jeb Schuler. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And the offering will be outside. I'll make it 3 balls and a strike for Mr. Garrison. One with Orr in scoring position, and pickoff throw faked. I don't think Orr was too rattled by it. Looks like he's A-okay. And that one will catch the zone. Wow, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gonna wait to see what the call was. Tell from out here, sun glaring in our eyes for a moment, and ball 4, bases, or I beg your pardon, full count walk, 2 runners on the bases. 2 speedy runners, I might add. Bryce Garrison now at first. Graylin Orr at second, as you see on your screen. And a quick little mound conference taking place. Cameron Rattler, the Wildcats backstop today, trying to calm his pitcher down. Wish we had more information to give you about the Andrews Wildcats. We were not able to procure a lineup for the game. We'll work on that as we go along today. But they have no roster available for us elsewhere. We normally pull our information off Max Preps. That one goes way inside, and the runners can jog to their respective bags on the wild pitch. We do hope to join you once again, fans, on Thursday. We're not done with the Black Knights this week just yet. They think they can shirk us after today. They are sadly mistaken. They travel to Copper Basin on Thursday for a 5 p.m. first pitch. Of course, handed the Cougars a lopsided loss here at home a few weeks ago. You saw that one here on Gramstar Sports, and working now with the AD over at Copper Basin to try to bring that one to you on Thursday, right where you're watching this one. Outside, it's 3-0 on Ethan Orr. Low and in, ball 4. And he's walked them loaded here in the bottom of the first. And Robbinsville is going to do its very best to take advantage of this. We've got a conference on the bump. And while they try and chat things over, here on GramstarSports.com. We want to once again thank you for your business. Remember, fans, what you do and every purchase that you make here on Gramstar Sports goes right back to the program that you're buying a ticket to watch. So Robbinsville baseball is going to see a nice little cut of this today. We do the same thing for softball. We do it for volleyball, football, and basketball. We are very thankful. It's our privilege to be able to donate back to the Robbinsville athletic program in any way we can, just for the fun of being out here and spotlighting these kids. It's a blast for me. I know it's a blast for them, and of course, always good to help out the pocketbook. Let's go back to the field. Of course, across the campus, we can hear the faint sounds of the softball game going on. Stesky steps in, first pitch. I beg your pardon, that's Quentin Jumper at the plate. I thought Stesky was the batter. They've switched up the lineup on me today. Of course they did. I just learned it. Stesky's been the cleanup hitter all season until today. My apologies. And that one caught the plate for a strike, and that draws some applause from the dugout. Jacked full of Black Knights, and that one dribbled into the hole, and nothing doing. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Ethan Orr stops at second. Quinn Jumper scores 2 RBIs on an infield single, and as I said, it doesn't take long. The Black Knights have pulled ahead 2-1. Still nobody out. Batter at the plate is, well, that's Dane Webster. One and 2 the count. Still nobody out. Ethan Orr at second. Quinn Jumper at first. And Dane Webster patiently awaits at the plate. And everybody's on the move. And that one's going to get away. Ethan Orr will scamper home, make it 3-1. Quinn Jumper will hang out at the third base bag. So it was a strikeout. Back to the plate, there is Mr. Teske. One out. Jumper still at third. That one upstairs. 1-0 the count. As we understand, we're having some connectivity issues. We're working on that. Can't really see it on our end, of course, because we look at a monitor, not at what you see at home, and we apologize for the interruptions. We're doing our very best. Here's the offering. On the outside part of the plate he goes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. taste of Tennessee. It's sat down. That is 2 gone. Back-to-back strikeouts. And big hack at the plate by sophomore Luke 11. Through that one. 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3 Black Knights have already scampered home. Misses 2 balls, 2 strikes. Steady breeze up here on the pavilion today. Strike 3 call. Lovin took it all the way. I understand Sophie Roberts and Memory Frapp have already hit home runs across the campus for the softball team. Here at the baseball diamond, however, is 3-1 Black Knights after 1 inning of play on the Gramstar Sports Network. Top of the second, Robbinsville 3, Andrews 1. From Loudoun Memorial Field, you're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. As we've mentioned, we are your exclusive home for Robbinsville athletics all year long and beyond. Back at first, 1 out. How about the 1-3 putout to quickly erase the Andrews threat? We're not paid by the hour. First pitch is fouled off. As the count goes to 0-1. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the second. And that'll be squirted to Garrison, throw to first. Will be in time. Good play. 2 outs. Camera froze up on us. Sorry about that. We have some different angles set up to where we can just pan around the field without much assistance. And, well, as I often like to say, technology will be the failure of us all. Low it away, ball 1. It pops and hard. 3 balls, no strikes. And the tink of the metal bat will signify the first foul of this at bat. 3 balls and a strike. And a rope to Lovin, throw to first in time. That will do it. So the Black Knights take care of business 1-2-3 here in the top of the second inning We'll head to the bottom of the frame. Robbinsville 3, Andrews 1. Back live from Loudon or Memorial Field, you're watching the Graham Star Sports Network, your exclusive home for Robbinsville athletics all year long and beyond. And we got a good one coming your way today. It is the Robbinsville Black Knights baseball squad hosting the Andrews Wildcats in Smoky Mountain Conference action. And the Knights are on the right side of things here in the early going. It is 3-1 as we trickle into the bottom of the second. First pitch to catcher Dane Webster will miss. Count is 1-0. And ball foul back to the fence. Good crowd on hand. Of course, we're not showing you the totality of it on this shot, but there's a good crowd gathered around the first and third base area this afternoon. A lot of prime seating. I'm shocked no one's taking advantage of this covered pavilion they've built out here in center field, except for us. We've got a monopoly on it, it seems. Great seat. Weather will stay off of you. Counts 3 balls and 1 strike on Mr. Webster. And that's ball 4. That's 4 walks already in the ball game. As we head to the bottom of the card, I believe that is Tyler Martinez jogging up to the plate, and they may have a courtesy runner coming out for Webster. They do. Over at first base, it is Everett Taylor checking in for Webster. Back to the plate we go with sophomore Tyler Martinez stepping in. And I'm sure with Taylor on the base path, they're going to think about going at any particular moment that they can. Pat the lead when it's only 2 runs, for sure. They continue here in Graham County throughout the night, and we apologize for that, of course. Can't really control the weather. Bringing out the first base bag. Quick snap back. Taylor is safe and sound. There is a potential of a lovely storm hitting us tonight in Graham County right around 8 p.m. Got the frame job. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tyler Martinez. And have an equipment malfunction here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, says the home plate umpire. That we picked up all the way out here. Out of the stretch. The pitch. Wow, wow, wow. Boy, the Knights caught a break there. Martinez took that one all the way, and I was on the corner. But he gets the nod. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still at first, but a 1.5 step lead. Outside ball 3. They're eyeing him, so they're keeping a close eye on Mr. Taylor here in the bottom of the lineup. And a swing and a miss. Taylor's down. Throw to second. He's in there squeaky clean, however. And back to the top of the lineup card. Graylin Orr steps in here in the bottom of the second inning. And takes one up and inside. That, dear friends, is ball 1. And that one actually caught him that time. Make sure he's okay as he gets to the first base bag. Looks like he is. Control issues continue on the hill today. Old time Britt Eisenhower want to make sure his senior pitcher is A-OK. Looks like he is. Checks him off where he can even get over to the bag. And Bryce Garrison's got runners at first and second to work with here in the bottom of the second with one out. And steady swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. And upstairs, that one misses as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouls off a piece of it. Comes in right off camera. Gives the ball back to the ump. He's due up next. Strike 3 called on the outside part of the plate. It's the 3rd strikeout today. And Ethan Orr, a dangerous hitter, will step up to the dish. Two and 0 on Eeyore is the nickname, lovingly, of course, given to the senior Black Knight. Fly ball to center field. And the caught defense, that will be all she wrote here on the Gramstar Sports Network. So Robbinsville squanders a leadoff walk, and we will go to the top of the 3rd. Still 3-1 in favor of the Black Knights. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. Top of the 3rd, Graylin Orr waits for no one except maybe the batter to quickly get into the box as the top of the 3rd dawns upon us here in Robbinsville. Thank you for joining us on GramstarSports.com. This is our 2nd year into this endeavor, all in the name of getting Robbinsville athletics out there for the world to see. As that one trickled down the first baseline, they called it a fair ball. Wow, okay, I thought that was a foul ball. My mistake. And that's the first out of the inning. I wouldn't have left the camera off of it. I'm sorry about that, guys. That ball looked as foul as anything I've ever seen, the way it landed. Teskey did field it, but it looked like he also fielded it in foul territory. Whatever. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. That's what matters. And an excuse me swing will disappear into the cow pasture to the left of the field. We are looking at doing year 3, of course. Always planning ahead here at Gramstar Sports. Not only fans are we spotlighting these Robbinsville athletes, of course, we are a little bit of a homer when it comes to that. You're getting to see your team if you're here as an Andrews Wildcat. Not only are you welcome, but we encourage you to keep tuning in each time you want to catch your favorite team here in Graham County. We have a home game 99.9% of the time. We have a live stream going. We even try to go live on the road on occasion. Murphy has been gracious enough to allow us in the past to do so. Swain County, of course, handles it on the Red Devils Network. Andrews and Hayesville is the nut we can't quite crack. Aussie Dam also tough to get a hold of. Cherokee one time did, but kind of tapered off on that over the last year or so. Makes it a tough endeavor. We normally get more love from our non-conference schedule. And Ethan Orr misses the fielding play and throws a beautiful relay play. Holy cow. So it is a single, and the runner's at third on the fielding error in center field. Our camera, for whatever reason, decided it didn't want to shoot. A little short-staffed this spring. Our normal camera operator, Audrey Colvin, got her younger brother involved in some youth sports, and that has taken up all of her free time. She's joining us later in the season. Miss having a Miss Audrey around for her excellent camera work. Lead off from the corners, nobody out. And the throw to second. And 2 Wildcats on now. Pitch from Orr, swung on and missed. 1 out is all we have here in the top of the third. 2-1 offering. Fouled way off. That'll disappear. I don't even know where that ball landed at, fans. I'll be honest with you. Almost in front of the Robbinsville High School entrance. That was a long foul ball. But it evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes for Graylin Orr. Check. Ooh, 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 ooh. Boy, that was a great attempt behind the plate by Mr. Webster to try to get that call. No dice. Full count. And he lost him. Ball 4. Bases loaded. I mean, just stocked to the max with Wildcats. That could be trouble. Cats could get back into this one. Popped up foul on the first pitch. It's going to go behind the bleachers and disappear in the tall Bermuda. Maybe it's fescue. I'm not sure. Swing and a miss. Quick 0-2 count. Robbinsville returns the favor Friday, travels to Cherokee County to Valley River Park, a beautiful facility to take on the Wildcats in baseball and softball action. Love the baseball field down there because it's an actual dugout. You don't see that very often in high school sports. Fun to cover a game there. We'll plan on trying to cover both. We won't be able to live stream it. So we'll be there trying to report on the Lady Cats and Lady Knights duking it out adjacent to the baseball field. And down on strikes. Orr is 1 out away from escaping a real tight spot. Call. Count is 1-0. Wildcats still all across the base path outside. 2-0 the count. And if you're Orr here, Orr's had a tremendous start to the year. I can't brag on the young man enough, frankly. There's the pitch. Low and away, ball 3. Orr enters today's game with a 3-0 record, 2.04 earned run average, 37 strikeouts before today's matchup, or strike of this at bat. He's now up to 40 on the season on the strikeout count. Ethan Orr is in center field. He is the more or less number 2 starter, if you'll have it, for Robbinsville. And check the depth chart. Nothing wrong with that. Ethan Orr's having a fine season as well. His fastball has really came along. The row to first will be in plenty of time. No runs will score. How about that? The Black Knights avoid disaster. Leave them loaded here in the top of the third. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. It is Black Knights 3 and Wildcats 1. Bottom of the third, back live from Loudon or Memorial Field. Long fly ball down the left field line. It is foul. Well, what a cut by Quinn Jumper to begin things. Here in the bottom of the third inning. The pitch. Upstairs. Over Jumper's head, as a matter of fact, makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. Our new sports photographer, Jacqueline Gayoso, is somewhere here on the campus of Robbinsville High School snapping photos. Had her over at softball. She will finish the evening here at baseball. And we'll have some fresh shots for you. The Ram Star, which is available on newsstands tomorrow. A lot of school board news will be dominating the front page. Noteworthy meeting this morning. First, the pitch along the way makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Also plan on having a special report on the Robbinsville shooting team, as one of the high schoolers here has qualified for the state shooting tournament later this month in Ellerby. Trivia note for Ellerby, I'm sure a lot of you know this, but as a wrestling fan, I got a little out there too. Ellerby, of course, the eventual final home for one Andre the Giant. Here's the full count. Pitch, and he lost him. Nobody heard his, so to speak. Off throw to first, and I mean, woo-hoo-hoo. I'm glad we didn't get that on camera. Quinn Jumper is going to need to get a breather here. Like Jumper's A-OK. We'll go back to the plate. Counts 1-0. On Avery Webster, who fouls it straight back. Nice cut, just a wee bit too late. The one and only Titan T is in the on-deck circle. And it's a hit and run. It'll be popped up into the shortstop area, and play made at third base. So Quinn Jumper will quickly return to the first base bag, and the Knights will try it again. See Avery Webster going back to the dugout. Titan T. Sateski will step into the batter's box. 1 out, 1 still on for Knights. We do have a special lineup for you next week as well. We go back to the softball diamond. Monday and Wednesday. You might be saying to yourself, hey, isn't it spring break in Graham County? Well, it is, if I'm correct. But the Lady Knights play whether it's spring break, autumn break, summer break. I'm joking about that. And Billy Knight makes it special for him. He gets some games on college campuses. It will be in Cullowhee at Western Carolina. That'll be a Robbinsville AC Reynolds showdown. Titan T swinging and missing on 3 strikes. Having a hard time getting the timing down today. 2 gone here at the bottom of the third. Luke Levin will try and keep up the fun and not squander the scoring chance for the Black Knights. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Robbinsville softball will then travel to Young Harris College in Georgia, one of my favorite affairs of the year because it's a North Carolina school taking on Copper Basin, which is a Tennessee school, at a Georgia college. Tri-State affair. We'll have that one for you as well on the Gramstar Sports Network. Jumper got in there easy peasy, looks like. A little dirt on the uniform. This Wolf might have to do some extra laundry tonight, but he's in scoring position. Worth the sacrifice. Swing and a miss. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Luke Levin. Pitch coming. Strike 3 call. Levin froze again. Wow. You're in the bottom of the third. Jumper stranded again. So it's back-to-back innings where the Knights have squandered a pair of base runners that have drawn leadoff walks. Hey, fans, let's go to the 4th. Here in Graham County, your score is Robbinsville 3 and, of course, Andrews 1. Welcome back, everyone, to Loudonor Memorial Field. You're watching Robbinsville and Andrews baseball action here on this Tuesday afternoon in Graham County, right here on the Gramstar Sports Network. New pitcher on the hill for Robbinsville after 3 innings of work. Graylin Orr has exited the mound. It's Ethan Orr taking over. So that brings about several defensive changes. Bryce Garrison has switched to center field. Graylin Orr will go to his favorite spot. That's shortstop. That's all the changes. But that's 3. How about that? All the offense so far, this fans, has occurred in the first inning. Since pitch popped up 2 miles in the sky. Who wants it? It's Titan T. 1 out. Orr fires, misses away. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Count is 1-1. Back to the pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And his first strikeout in relief for Mr. Orr. Out of the park. 0-1. One. On a miss. Count goes to no balls, 2 strikes. And strike 3 called. Back-to-back Ks. Heath Orr looking sharp in his first inning of relief. Fans will step aside and go to the bottom of the 4th. Knights still lead it 3-1 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Bottom of the 4th here in Graham County. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you for tonight's telecast of Black Knights Baseball. Looks like the one and only Dane Webster will be leading off for Robbinsville in the bottom half of this inning. 9-1 holes due up. Oh, 2 pitch to Webster. Upstairs, he takes it all the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last time up, Webster drew a walk, and the one and only Everett Taylor popped out for a pinch run appearance. Unfortunately, unable to cross the dish by the time it was all said and done. Upstairs, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one a little bit wide of the plate. Here on GramstarSports.com. Counts full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Like we finally figured it out. I keep saying finally, but maybe at long last we figured out our connectivity issues. No more interruptions. How about strike 3, however, on Dane Webster? Worked it to a full count and couldn't pull the trigger. Martinez up. He struck out in his first plate appearance. Swings and misses at his first pitch in this at-bat. 0-1's the count. Graylin Orr in the on-deck circle as the Knights are about to begin trip number trace through the lineup. Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Haven't heard an update in a while. I think the last one we had from across the diamond was 8-0 Lady Knights. They host the Lady Wildcats. Do 1, catches the outside. Part of the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Look like a slider delivered. But what do we know? We're 350 feet away from home plate. Give or take a few. And he breaks out the pitching wedge to knock that one into foul territory. Still 2-2. As we mentioned earlier, you can catch recaps of the school board meeting from today, the shooting team's success at the district tournament a couple of weeks ago, and of course, all the best local and regional coverage you'll find. That one missed. I think Martinez thought it was strike 3. Counts full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And unparalleled coverage of Robbinsville Athletics in the Graham Star. We'll go back tonight and put the finishing touches on it. Maybe a late night. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully not. 3-2. Swung on and missed. Blew a fastball by him. 2 gone. Let's see if Gray Lenore can break the drought. Big rope to left field, and that'll drop. That will do the trick. Thank you very much. How about that? 2-out whack by Graylin Orr here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Bryce Garrison will try to bring him home. Harrison has walked and struck out today. Gust of wind just threw everything on my table up here into disarray, as that pitch is going to be popped up and out of sight. Boy, that landed in the bleachers. I hope everybody's okay. Fans scattered rather quickly. Everybody's all right. Gotta keep your head on the swivel. You just come and, like most of these fans nowadays, at some of these major league games, they pay you $1,000 to sit behind home plate and text. Why you'd want to do that, but keep your head on the swivel if you're in the stands. Never know when a foul ball will find you. Counts 1-1 on Bryce Garrison upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and two now. We got Gray Lenore lurking at first. Boy, big lead. He's going. 2-2. It's a hit and run, and Garrison a little late. They'll have to try it again. 2-2 count. Strike 3 call. Garrison will go down, and once again the Knights can't cash in on a base runner. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Robbinsville still leads this one 3-1 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Back live, fans. We welcome you once again to Loudon or Memorial Field. You're watching the Andrews Wildcats take on the hosting Robbinsville Black Knights here on GramstarSports.com. The Gramstar has provided unparalleled news coverage from and around Graham County, North Carolina since 1955. And we've expanded on our coverage every single year. Well, since I've been here, I'll say that at the very least. My initiatives really to try and pick up how well stuff is covered in the area. Make it a quality product that you grab on newsstands everywhere each week. We want you to feel like you're getting your bang for your buck. Hard to argue otherwise. Top of the 5th begins. Orr right down the belt line, 0-1. Ethan Orr checked in the top of the 4th. Orr finished after 3 innings of 1-run baseball. Here's the pitch from Ethan Orr. It's inside. Count goes to 1-1. We have a shortage of umpires today. As a matter of fact, the one behind home plate is the only one we have. That is a recurring theme in North Carolina, frankly. Have a hard time rescheduling games. And sometimes have to just reschedule games in advance because the umpires are not going to be available before postponements. Strike 3 called. Orr has struck out 3 of the first 4 batters he has faced in this ballgame. Shout out to Danny Orr. I know he's watching somewhere this afternoon. Danny, thank you for joining us. Your boy is looking good on the hill so far, wouldn't you agree? A lot of our Black Knight fans tuned in. Thank you for being with us. Got some Wildcats with us as well. As I like to say, you're always welcome, whether you're a Black Knight or insert visitor team's name here, in this case, the Wildcats. We are a friend to all here on the Gramstar Sports Network. At the end of the day, it's not about us. It's about getting these athletes the spotlight they deserve and hopefully get more eyeballs on them than ever before. This deep talent pool here in the western North Carolina mountains. 1-2 is the count with 1 gone here in the top of the 5th. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Boy, Orr is dealing in relief. Nice work. 2 gone. We mentioned the Knights will venture over to Cobb or Basin. On Thursday, and then, of course, travel to Andrews on Friday. Swing and a miss. Quick 0-2 deficit. Ethan Orr is dominating since taking the mound. If the score holds, he could have an improbable 4-inning save. He has struck out 5 of the first 6 that have stepped to the batter's box. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Robbinsville still controls it 3-1 here on GramstarSports.com. Hey guys, Kevin Hensley with you here on GramstarSports.com. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. No scoring has occurred in this ballgame since the first inning. Of course, the Wildcats struck first, and then the Robbinsville Black Knights got 3 back. Hope someone in the future enjoys my Carolina blue. I'm not even from Carolina, my goodness. Bottom of the 5th is underway. First pitch coming to Ethan Orr. It'll be upstairs and away. Ball 1. 3, 4, 5 spots are due up for the Black Knights here in the bottom of the 5th on the campus of Robbinsville High School. And Orr swings and misses at 1 outside. Count is 1-1. Or to be followed by Quinn Jumper in the hole, if you'll have it, is Mr. Avery Webster. Orr lanes out of the way of that one, 2-1 the count. And outside, Orr lays off. 3-1. Knights have, hate to say it, squandered a lot of scoring opportunities this afternoon. Off the plate, counts full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got a pair of leadoff walks since that first inning that have went nowhere. Here's the pitch. And Orr pops it way up and out of play. That may hit the food truck. Landed, I mean, just a hair in front of the front steps. Wow. The Graham County Schools food truck always sets up shop to sell concessions here at the baseball diamond. Full count. Orr puts a charge into that one deep to right field. It's out of here. It's not coming back. Ethan Orr hits one over the fence here in right field and gets a lot of adulation as he crosses home plate. Can't believe the teammates didn't pour out of the dugout for that one. 3rd homer of the year for Eeyore, makes it 4-1. And he may have come out of his chair right then, fans. Well, the way he fouled that last one off, it looked like he was primed for that to happen. And it did, in a big way. Orr is making his presence known here in the second half of this ball game on the diamond and at the plate. Wildcats now leads 4-1. got the home run ball back. Quentin Jumper at the dish. Swing and a miss, huge cut by Jumper. Maybe wanting to replicate his teammate's success. We'll go with that. Zipping the ball back to the pitcher. And that one is ball 4. First pitch to Avery Webster, fouled off, 0-1. Fly ball center field. And it is caught. Jumper will have to scamper back to the bag. Teskey will be batting, but we're going to have a pitching change because... Hey, fans, sorry about the long pause. Teskey that struck out. We lost our camera for a moment, of all things. Quentin Jumper has stolen second base. Where is he? There's that young man. Sorry about that. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. And Luke Levin swings and misses, 0-1. Titan T is off his game today. We've touted him up on this broadcast. He's been a great slugger for Robbinsville since coming on the scene this year, but today not so much. That could be trouble. Jumper is going to scamper home, I believe, in the dirt. He's safe. Boy, what a wild series of events. He took off, threw everybody off, and finds his way home here on the Gramstar Sports Network. How about that? 5-1 Black Knights. Well, let's see. How are you going to score that? It'll be advancing to third on the E6. And scores on it as well. Luke Levin is still at the plate, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Outside, 0-2. Levin fouls that one off. It will land right in front of the sign for the Loudoun Memorial Field Complex. Beautiful facility here at Robbinsville High School. Up 3. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Gramstar Sports Network.